Canada's north and west are bracing for the worst. Severe wildfires have forced authorities to declare a state of emergency in the province of British Columbia. Thousands of residents are evacuating as the blazes jump containment lines. It's the same in Canada's far north, where fires are threatening the territorial capital, Yellowknife.
As the fire encroaches, Yellowknife residents have heeded the call to leave the city. Some lined up to catch special evacuation flights.
Regretfully, we didn't get the chance to embark, so hopefully today we will.
I keep crying. I don't even know how long we're going to be away.
Others leave by car, filling up jerry cans to get as far away from the blaze as possible. The city of 20,000 was scheduled to be cleared by Friday evening local time, and according to officials, evacuation efforts appear to have been successful. In neighboring British Columbia, the situation is dire too. 4,500 people have to be evacuated. Many more are on alert as the conditions remain adverse.
We remain in the midst of a strong weather pattern that is creating sustained winds and dry lightning. This has significant effects throughout the province. We had significant growth of existing fires, and some new fires started overnight. With this new activity comes new evacuation alerts and orders. The impact will be felt throughout the weekend, and we undoubtedly will see more fires and more extreme fire behavior in the coming days.
Some of the evacuees from Yellowknife have made it as far as Calgary. Now all they can do is wait and hope that their homes are still there when they return.
Journalist Christina Felschen is based in Vancouver. People have been driving hundreds of kilometres to safety, or still are. How dire is the situation?
Yeah, I would say this week, like the already extreme wildfire season in Canada has reached another level. There are like more than 1,000 fires burning in the country. And as you just mentioned, the blaze is now threatening two cities, Yellowknife in the far north, you just saw the images, and Kelowna in the south, close to the US border. So Yellowknife had to be evacuated, and the blaze might reach the city limits by this weekend already. Luckily, the city saw the fire coming, so workers had enough time to dig up a fire line and set up sprinklers, etc. However, the evacuation only started Wednesday night under heavy smoke already, and it's really difficult. There is currently only one way out of town, and people are getting stuck in long traffic jams. And also the closest evacuation center is like really far away. And the situation in Kelowna is very different because they didn't have much time to prepare. A tiny fire got really big overnight and spread across Okanagan Lake, where it started burning the first structures. And now thousands of people are also leaving Kelowna. Yeah.
We're talking the worst fires on record. What sort of area are we talking about? Can you give people an idea?
Yeah, the whole, I mean, in Canada, there have been like 5,000 fires this year. And so I looked up the equivalent of that area. That would be twice the country of Ireland, the wow. area that has been burned just this year. So it's really massive. And it's mostly in the West and the Northwest territories. Mm-hmm. So British Columbia, where I am based, and the Northwest territories at the moment.
And looking at the forecast, gusty winds could set to make this worse. How bad is the outlook?
Yeah, so for the next few days, it's not getting better. The gusty winds will prevail, for example, in Kelowna. And yeah, that makes it really difficult. I mean, people, especially here in British Columbia, still have the case of Lytton in mind, where this city burned down to the ground within just an hour 2 years ago. And that was due to very strong winds as well. And it's quite close to Kelowna. So people really think about that still. And the hospital in Kelowna has now raised an alert, which is to prepare for potential mass casualties already with the hospitals. So people are really afraid that this could affect the city in quite a bad way.
Christina Felschen in Vancouver, thank you very much for bringing us up to date on those wildfires burning in Canada.